So my name's Lou Farrell. I'm a resident of Hatfield. You probably know our mooses. They're out there in the front yard. But in the backyard, there's a lot going on. I contacted folks at the township about whether a bonsai garden would be a good thing for the garden contest that's working right now. And Jay came right over. And but bonsai is an interesting thing in that it's both art and horticulture. So you're constantly doing a balance of those two things, and also you want to make little trees like these guys look like big trees like those. So bonsai is really an ancient art form that goes back to, more than 1,000 years in China. They developed a thing where initially the wealthy people would build these huge landscapes with rocks and tiny trees and little animals and people and boats and things like that, and that would be a main feature of their garden, where they would have all of this. They would cover 20-25 feet long. Really pretty impressive, and some of those still exist. Some of them are still around. We don't really have that in this country. In the US, it's more of a tree in a pot or a tree in a slab, and that's actually what bonsai means. It's a Japanese word for tree in a pot. So it began in China, moved to Japan with Buddhism, and has really been codified in Japan. The Japanese have kind of made up the names of what they've listed the styles. They've formalized a lot of the stuff. I kind of prefer a mix of the two. I kind of like the Japanese stuff. Often is, for me, a little formal. The Chinese stuff is a little bit more free form and twisty and interesting. And that's actually oak tree was this. It looks like a stump right now, but we dug it up probably 6 weeks ago, and it's really starting to grow. And within a couple of years, it's going to be a nice thing. And it's also a seed from the big pin oak right here in my backyard. So I like the idea of working with what's local. I'll often see some trees, particularly on the railroad tracks that run through the middle of town. That's a great place to get something like this red cedar. The trains beat up the trees, and they lead kind of a hard life. So this thing may look pretty ragged right now, but in a couple years it's going to be nice, because it's got this great root system, a nice bend in it, and a couple of branches, and then this dead stuff at the top. So it's going to be a tree that shows, essentially shows its age. I like working with red cedars too. They're around here. The Douglas fir is a forest. It's the one thing that isn't native to Hatfield. This is a West Coast tree, but I guess it's native to Hatfield because I did buy it from Gary Haig, and so it's a Hatfield tree.
That makes it native.
Yeah. So this is I've had these seedlings for 4 years now. They went on the slab, and now they're going to grow together as a forest, and we're going to start training them down a little bit, cutting, trimming, and within a couple of years, I think it's going to be a nice little forest. Once again, what you're looking to do is replicate what you see out in nature. So
And you said that gets full-size apples on it?
It does. It does. It's
That's crazy.
It's kind of silly, 'cause, and the thing is, you have to put boxes under them to prop them, because this branch can take a full-size apple. But that's the thing, because it's not, in bonsai you're miniaturizing them through trimming the top, trimming what's below the soil, and also controlling water and fertilizer. These trees are very healthy, but since they have the genetics of a regular sized tree, they're going to grow regular sized apples or kumquats or oranges. So that's while they're doing what's going on in tropical, I'm developing, I suppose, a Hatfield style.
Yes, there you go. I like it.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be able to use most of my trees are collected in the yard here. So I'm really doing a hyper local kind of thing, and we have plenty of trees to make good bonsai in Hatfield.